Hi, welcome back to the kitchen. My name is Leah, and today we're going to be making a sugar and salt pork roast that will be cooked low and slow, and make some really good pulled pork. For today's recipe, I'm going to invite my special friend, John. He's also my boyfriend, and he's going to show us how to make this pork.
Thank you, Leah. So, for starters, you're going to want a pork shoulder, about 6 to 8 pounds bone in, and you do not want to cut the fat off of it. That fat will melt right off in the oven and will contribute tremendously to the final tenderness and juiciness of this meat. So we have our pork shoulder here, and it also calls for a couple other ingredients. This process you want to start it the day before, as you're going to want to let this sit in the refrigerator overnight. But to get started, all you need is a cup of salt and a cup of sugar. I like using a little bit less, but to each their own. So we're going to take our pork shoulder and put it in, and then we're going to take our salt and our sugar and mix it up in the bowl and then coat it everywhere on all sides of our pork.
Add in a cup of sugar and a cup of sea salt and mix together. Begin covering the pork roast, rubbing the sugar and salt mixture all over.
So once you have your pork coated evenly with the sugar and salt rub on all sides, we're going to want to cover it with aluminum foil and put it in the refrigerator overnight.
Welcome back to day 2 of our sugar and salt pork roast.
So to get started, you're going to want to take your pork out of the refrigerator that should have been in there overnight. We highly recommend starting this early in the day, as you're going to slow cook this in the oven for 6 to 8 hours. Let's get started. To start, you're going to need to make a barbecue spice rub. You can use many different ingredients, but we like to use brown sugar, garlic powder, chili powder, pepper, and a little bit of hot red pepper. You can also add onion powder and paprika if you like.
Measure a half cup of brown sugar. Add a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon of black pepper. Add in some red pepper flakes. Mix thoroughly to create your barbecue spice rub. Remove pork from dish and rinse salt and sugar off. Try to rinse off as much as possible, scraping the excess salt and sugar off. Place pork back into a clean pan.
Once you've rinsed your pork roast, you want to preheat the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're going to take that barbecue spice rub that we made and cover all over the pork. You want to make sure to rub it in and really get the spice in there, as this will contribute greatly to the flavor of the meat.
Cover all sides of the pork liberally and rub in the spice mixture well. Place the pork roast in the oven and cook for 6 to 8 hours at 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, it's been almost 7 hours, 6 hours and 45 minutes to be exact, and we're going to take it out and see what we've got.
Remove the pork from the oven. shred the pork using 2 forks, pulling the meat off the bone.
So this was definitely an all-day event, but it's well worth it. As you can see, we have a full tray of pulled pork, and it's just wonderful to eat plain and in many other recipes soon to come.
You can have it in pulled pork sandwiches, or you can have pulled pork mac and cheese, which we recently made, and we'll insert a photo for you all to see.
The possibilities are endless, and it's as salty and sweet and delicious, and it's a perfect meat for any occasion.
So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to continue watching more tasty foods.